Hey guys, Sylvoneus here, bringing you another Morgana Mid game, this time against the Yasuo. Now, this is a really important matchup that I want to go over because um, it can be hard or it could be easy. Usually it's easy, but if you mess up early, it can be hard. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it. I would say overall, Morgana counters Yasuo a little bit, but okay, so first of all, now, if you really, really are worried about the Yasuo, you could start with cloth armor and some pots. Now, me personally, I think I'm pretty good at this matchup, so I'm not going to worry about it. But that's what you do if you have trouble in this matchup with Yasuo. You start with the cloth armor. So, yeah, but in this case, I'm not going to start with the cloth armor because I actually have a versus AD rune page, which I take when I go versus AD champs. And and I'm hoping it is actually Yasuo mid and not Lulu. But I'm pretty sure Lulu's top because she has TP. So, but anyway, yeah. So I have a versus AD rune page that I take versus AD champs, and it gives me like plus 11 armor. And so, you know, I have armor from that, so I don't feel like I really need the cloth armor. And then I feel like that armor that I have in my runes synergizes really well with my HP from Doran's. And then, of course, having more mana means I can use more spells, which is useful. So in this matchup, you got to know that like Yasuo, some Yasuos play a little bit safe-ish, and some will go really aggressive and they'll just like dash through all the minions and hit you and stuff. That's the better way to play him. But only people who are good at Yasuo are really like good at that. So if he's being like super aggressive, you might have to play safe a little bit early on. But if not, using your W like that, like I just did, is a good way to get rid of his little shield bar. You don't want to ever go all in on him or anything when he has that shield bar up because it's going to absorb like a large percentage of your damage. And so starting out with this lane, I pretty much just push. But right now, like I'm kind of aware of the fact that as soon as he hits level 2, he could start like dashing into me, trying to do some trade or something. So yeah, but I'm not too worried right now. And then again, boom, use the W to take off his shield. It's not so relevant right now, but after you hit level 6 and stuff, once you can start going all in and stuff, yeah, you definitely want to be using that W. You don't want to go in and ult him or something while he still has his shield bar up. You don't even really want to hit him with a Q while he has his shield bar up. See, like right there, I kind of messed up, and his shield came up. So as you can see, guys, when Yasuo attacks you, like obviously because he's AD, his auto attack does a lot more than yours. So doing auto attack trades like I just did right there is a really bad idea, but I just got a little bit sloppy there. And so yeah, you can like auto him sometimes. So as you can see though, like he kind of has an advantage early if it's a good Yasuo, which this guy's not too bad. This guy's not too bad. Now, the thing that does give me a little bit of an edge here is that I have 2 potions, and because he started Doran's Blade, he only has 1. So I do have a little bit of wiggle room when it comes to taking some bad trades. Like, it's not a huge deal. And Lee Sin is here, that's kind of crazy. But it's alright, Olaf is here too. And so you always want to try to dodge that tornado. Unfortunately, I got hit. But yeah, so once you hit level 5, you can push a lot easier and be a lot safer. And then he can't dash into you as much because you're just kind of sitting back being safe. And then once you hit 6, you can actually kill him in an all-in like fairly easily. And you guys will see, hopefully, my farm is kind of crap right now, but hopefully I farm a little bit better. And get like a large rod. Like if I could get a large rod on first map, I don't know if that's going to happen this time, but that would be great. Zhonya's rush on Yasuo for sure, just because he's AD. And honestly, seeing how that this guy's pretty good, I should have probably started a cloth armor. And so this is why you can consider rushing or starting a cloth armor, guys, because like the damage from his auto attacks and stuff is just going to be so much less. You know, and as you can see, like, they have an early game jungler. He's been trying to come at me, even though I've been, like, pretty close to my tower, so... Yeah, like, you want to be careful with that shit. Okay, that was a messed up wind wall by him. And as you can see now, I'm starting to have the advantage a little bit. So it's kind of like levels 1 through 3. If it's a good Yasuo, like he can kind of mess you up. He can like dash into you. He can auto. If he hits as soon as he hits 3, if he's good at wind walling, like he can just wind wall you. But you can't wind wall Morgana's ultimate, and I think that's why really she has the advantage at 6. You can't wind wall that. You know, and if he wind walls before he gets stunned. If he wind walls before the stun of the ultimate, then you just walk right past it, you know, and then you Q him once he's stunned, and you've walked past the wind wall. So I'll show you guys. Hopefully there's going to be some kind of all-in or something soon where I can show you guys what I'm talking about, and the reason why Morgana has an advantage at level 6. Now the bad thing for me is that, like, obviously Yasuo is a really late-game scaling champion, so the fact that he's out-farming me by like 10 or so is really, really bad for me. But, I mean, hopefully now that my W is pretty strong and stuff. And so, yeah, he had to flash there. He dashed into me, I picked up 6, so I just immediately ulted him. If he's ever right next to you when you're level 6, like, just ult. There's no reason not to. Now, I'm actually not sure there if he had his little white shield or not there, but yeah, he had to flash because he knew that if he didn't, he was probably going to be dead. And so, as you'll see, when I come back to lane with Large Rod in a little bit, I'm actually going to have a huge advantage. So I'm just going to back real quick. He might stay in lane and push another wave in, which would set me back in CS a little bit, but it's just not really efficient for me to stay with low mana and with when I have enough to buy a Large Rod, so I'm just going to go. And then, so I get Large Rod. Now you might be thinking, why didn't I get armor? When, you know, I've been getting wrecked in all these trades, why didn't I get armor? Well, I didn't get armor because this Large Rod gives me such a huge power spike in lane that basically, like, there's no way he can kill me 1v1 unless I really mess up. Or unless, obviously, he's baiting me for a Lee Sin gank or something like that. But he's not going to be able to kill me 1v1 because I just have too much damage. As long as, and this is the important part, as long as you get rid of his white shield before you do the ult. You have to get rid of that shield before you do the ult, otherwise he'll absorb too much damage and he actually might not die. Because I don't think it's a set amount, I think it's a percentage. Like, he blocks a certain percentage of the next ability, and so you obviously want to get rid of it either with an auto attack or with a W from a distance. And so now I'm going to let him push a little bit now. He's ahead in CS, he rushed his Zeal. He's probably feeling confident, so I'm going to let him get overconfident. And I'm going to let him go into me thinking he can kill me, and then I'll all-in him. So that's the plan right now. And let's see how it goes. But yeah, I just got to make sure I get rid of that white shield, and then it's like, it's not like he can wind wall my ultimate. So let's see if I can get, this is how you get a freeze going, or this is one way to do it if you don't have any minions. If you don't have any minions, guys, you just kind of take the minions off to the side and force the minions to wait for the next wave. And then I got rid of his shield. He doesn't have flash. So I'm just going to go ahead and ult in. He can't do anything. And then, as you can see, hopefully this guy... Like, I don't know why he would KS that kill. I didn't need his help at all. But yeah. So if you're the jungler, guys, like, please don't do that shit. But, yeah, I mean, whatever. Olaf's a pretty strong champion, so I'm not that mad. But honestly, like, yeah. Oh, man, if that would have hit. It's okay, though. Yeah, if you're the jungler, guys, unless you're like a Master Yi or something like that, some kind of super late game scaling, I mean, don't be taking kills from your mid. Like, I didn't need his help. Like, there was no reason for him to even come in there, honestly. But anyway, if the Olaf hadn't taken the kill, I would have killed Yasuo there. So as you guys saw, I kind of baited him in. Like, if I freeze the lane, Yasuo has absolutely no choice. He has absolutely no choice but to walk up if he wants to farm. And like I said, this guy was feeling confident because he was ahead of me in CS. He still is, unfortunately, but because he's ahead of me, he's probably like feeling confident, like whatever. People tend to underestimate Morgana's damage, and then, you know, I knew he didn't have flash from earlier, and so I just went in on him, easy. And then right now, I'm just going to push right now because I still got 30 seconds till my ult. Get some poke down on him with my W. He can't really do anything to me. I mean, maybe he'll get lucky or something, hit a tornado. But other than that, I'm just trying to close the CS gap by killing these waves with my W. And yeah, so you don't really want to try to randomly Q him because a good Yasuo will just win wall every time. You just want to wait for all-ins. You just want to use your W, get as much CS as you can, and wait for some all-ins. If he's farming well, that's kind of bad because, like I said, Yasuo is a really strong late-game scaler, but it's not the end of the world. I could have maybe tried to zone him a little bit more early if I got the cloth armor and the pots. But, yeah, I guess I was just feeling pretty confident, so I didn't go for that. I have to flash that, or he would just kick me. Okay, picked up the kill on the Lee Sin. That's not bad for a 2v1. And these guys are going to probably finish Yasuo. Okay. That's worth it. That's worth it. That Lee Sin is really going balls deep on me. I don't know why he did that. I mean, yeah, Yasuo got an ult off it, but it also gave me a kill, so it's kind of whatever. So yeah, and then after I finish my Zonias, I'm just simply going to go into Morello's because, I mean, it's not like I need Chalice. I don't really need any MR or anything. So yeah, I'm just going to go into Morellonomicon because it's cheap and it's good. It's got mana regen. It's got, like, everything you want on Morgana, basically, especially in an AD matchup. Oh, okay, got it. Alright, so I think he was a little bit more ahead before. I think he was like 15 ahead, now he's only like 10 or something. But yeah. Again, I mean, he's doing all these moves and stuff, but he can't really do anything to me, to be honest. Like, as soon as I get my ult, I can just kill him if Lee Sin isn't here. Okay, that was some good damage by Olaf right there. Got the Lee Sin right there. Yeah, there's no reason to chase that guy. Yeah, I noticed he was slowed right there, so obviously slowed people are easier to hit with the Q, so I thought he might ward jump or something, but I guess he didn't have it. And now my ult's up again. I'm going to stop pushing. And if this guy was smart, he would set up a freeze and force me to walk up because it's not like I can ult him under his tower. But he's not doing that. Instead, he just kind of... Okay, well, I can't. He's going to steal that little thing. I can't do anything. Wow, if that would have hit me... Actually, if you would... I should have almost let that hit me because he probably would have ulted off of it thinking he could kill me. And then I would have destroyed him. Ah, okay. Well, he had flash there. That's alright. Just time it. Time it so I know when it's up again. Always time it. I didn't do it the first time, which was bad. But yeah, always time it. And like I said, if you notice, guys, normally, like if you've watched some of my other videos, I try and Q people all the time, like after every minion wave. I'm not doing that on him because I know he has win wall. He's just going to win wall it. It's a waste of fucking mana. It's a complete waste of mana. There's no reason for it. Okay, so he's still like 15 CS ahead of me. I can't seem to close that gap, but it's alright. I mean, at least my farm is still alright. Alright, looks like we can collapse on this guy. He doesn't have flash. Oh my god, I messed that up really bad. This guy's still screwed, bro, most likely. Just gonna ignite his ass. And then he's dead. Yeah, I really messed up. Sometimes it's hard to hit that Q if you're like right next to someone, like your character is right inside of theirs. It's hard to tell which direction will really actually hit them. But yeah, that was kind of bad. I basically got Olaf killed there, but like still turned out all right. Their blue's up, but I don't want to go steal it right now because it's probably warded and that bot lane can just collapse on me. So no thanks. Damn, that ward jumped off. He's so squishy right now, too.
They will suffer.
He's building armor. I don't know what he's building. Well, I guess it makes sense because Ezreal's more fed than I am, so it makes sense for him to build armor. Alright, so I'm gonna go mess with this guy. I mean, he's so squishy and shit. He's probably gonna smite it, yeah. And I don't have, okay, yeah, I was gonna say I don't have vision on Yasuo, so I don't really want to go chasing that Lee around his jungle because these guys can just collapse on me. In this Yasuo, I think he has a slight item advantage because I haven't shopped in a while. I got 2,300. But yeah, so now he kind of can fuck with me a little bit just because I haven't shopped. But I'm gonna shop right now. Oh, okay. Well, I might have to go help in this fight. These guys might just be screwed already though. I don't have mana for my ultimate. I might be dead right there. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, I don't know why they would get caught like that, but it was still my mistake for going in because like I should have known they would just be dead. Because I don't know what they were doing, so yeah, I guess there's a lesson right there. Don't always follow your team into stuff. Like if you see the fight is just going really bad and they're just gonna die, there's no point to go in. Like you're just gonna end up giving more kills and stuff. So anyway, right now with Yasuo, finished my Zonias, got most of my Morello. Still need to get some boots. Definitely next back I need to get some boots. It's already 16 minutes and I don't have any. Like I could get them now, but I really don't want to sell my pots or my pink ward because I could use both of those things. So, and yeah, I don't think that guy should just go chasing him like that. Then again, Lee Sin's bot, so yeah, I guess he would have been fine. Damn. So at this point, even though Yasuo has some kills and he has good CS, better than mine, I can still all-in him, like honestly, as long as I take off the shield before I, as long as I take off his shield before I go in, like I said earlier, I can still all-in him and kill him. I need to see if I can take a chunk out of this turret, because we need some objectives right now. So Lee's dead, so he can't gank me. Oh, Karma's here. He's gonna win wall that. Oh, never mind. Okay. I'm just gonna avoid the damage of that shit. That was terrible. I can't believe Karma did that much damage to me. I didn't want to ult her. I mean, I guess maybe I could have ulted her, but I mean, obviously, when you ult, you have to be kind of right next to someone. And if I'm right next to Karma, then Yasuo can just go in on me. So yeah, so I was saying earlier, I don't want to sell my pots and stuff, but yeah, I'm actually gonna sell them to get Morellos just because I was forced to do that really inefficient pack right there. And I want to come back with some sort of spike in damage. But at least I still got my pink ward. I don't want to come back to lane after that terrible back with nothing. So, and so next back for sure I'm gonna get boots. Let's see what we can do here. Good shit. Oh man, I tried to ignite him, but couldn't even ignite him. It's all good. And you always want to put a ward. I think I put it a little too close to the turret, but you want to put a ward sort of like where the enemy turret that just got destroyed, you want to put a ward there? Because it shows you if the enemy team is just like walking through mid and shit. But I just put it too close to the turret there, so they got it. Alright, these guys are backing, so I'm just gonna back too. Get my boots, And then next, I probably want a penetration item. Now, because I really don't need any MR, although, I don't know, that Karma does a lot of damage, but I don't think just that is worth getting a lot of MR, so it's going to be a Void Staff. It's not going to be Abyssal in this case. So. Alright. And then there's like 3 bot. I mean, they're like all bot. I mean, maybe we could even sneak Baron, to be honest. I don't know if these guys are down for it, but I mean, if there's like 3 bot, including their jungler, I mean, we could have maybe snuck it there. But I guess like Ezreal and stuff wasn't down. See, if I can catch this guy by surprise, I can still kill him. Oh. So I could go in, ult that guy, but I'm not so sure he would die, and I probably would die because the team's right there, so that's why I didn't go balls deep on him. I might go balls deep pretty soon though, because like, yeah. That was a terrible Q. But that's alright. I'll lose here. Might as well. I'm pretty much dead. So I might as well do that. This guy might be able to kill all of them. This guy should not be going melee with Yasuo like that. Okay, so it's kind of bad that I died, but like overall it's worth it. And yeah, sometimes guys, if you're gonna die, I mean, this just comes from experience from playing it a lot, but you gotta like react fast and just ult Zhonya's, because you might as well just get off your ult and your Zhonya's before you die. Yeah, so basically in hindsight, like this Yasuo was actually not too bad, so I should have started Cloth Armor because it would have given me a bigger advantage over him. Doran's Ring is kind of more of an aggressive buy, you know what I mean? And I got an aggressive buy because I was a little bit overconfident. Usually most Yasuos I go against are just like really bad. So, yeah, I got a little overconfident with that. Normally, you want a versus AD rune page, and I'll probably make another video going over like what runes I use and stuff. It's pretty simple. I pretty much just have like a versus AD page with more armor, and versus AP with MR blues and stuff. And that's for like going against any AP, or especially like early game AP like LeBlanc and stuff. It's really good for that. So now, I mean, we can probably go for Dragon. Yeah, we can probably go for Dragon. Lee Sin's coming, but I'm not gonna let him. I'm not gonna let him do nothing. Morgana's really good at peeling people off of Dragons and Barons, just kind of keeping the enemy team away with like throwing out Qs and stuff, and just maybe even sacrificing yourself ultimate in certain situations. Alright, well, I'm glad Olaf took all that damage from Lucian ult. Oh. Okay, this guy's kind of caught out. That was a good win wall by Yasuo. I should have expected it though. So yeah, Ezreal's pushing bot, which is good. So that was good. I mean, they didn't really get any objectives. I mean, you know, they kind of caught us out a little bit, got us low HP, but couldn't take anything off of it. So that's what's important, guys, is objectives. If you lose a team fight, but the enemy doesn't take any objectives, like, it's really not that big of a deal, to be honest. Because it's just all about objectives. You know? So I'm not really sure if I could still all in and kill Yasuo right now, maybe. I guess just depends how the fight goes, if he hits me with everything or not. Because like he's starting to get pretty scaly right now. He's starting to scale pretty well. So but yeah, I'm gonna back. I mean, I got 1800. So right now, I'm gonna finish my penetration item, my void staff. Even though there's not really that much tankiness or whatever on their team. Yeah, still. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get my penetration boots. And if you'll notice, guys, I have 25% because I actually run the 5% CDR mastery, the one that gives you 5% and then lets you go up to 45. I'm running that on this particular mastery page. Oh, that's gonna be a sick engage right there, buddy. Nice. I'm not sure if he's dead from that ignite or not, but it doesn't really matter. We can just take a free Baron or, I don't know, hit him maybe. Oh, okay. I'm not sure why Thresh was there, but oh well. I don't know why they were chasing Yasuo. Like, honestly, we should just forget about that guy and get a turret or something. See, like, don't do this shit, guys. Like, this shit right here. Chasing people, it's pointless. Honestly, it's just pointless. But it's not like he's got a shutdown or something that they need to get. See, they're just... I don't know why they chased him like that. Like, chased him halfway across the map, then Thresh died, then they kept chasing him. I mean, that's the shit you don't want to do, guys. Like, that's not what this game is about. Okay, like, we could have just forgot about him. Who cares? He was low health. Who gives a shit? If he goes top, gets some minions. I mean, we could have gotten a tower, probably. We could have at least gotten, I don't know, maybe stolen their blue buff or something. At least something. Other than just chasing some guy. Even if they killed him, it wouldn't have been worth it. You know? Even if they killed him, it would have been kind of a questionable thing to do. I'm glad this guy left me all that fucking farm. That's fucking awesome. Most people will never do that. I'm actually in a pre-made with these guys though, so that's probably why they're being nice to me. This guy can't kill me, but I'm still kind of like, I don't want to waste my ult just on him and shit, especially since he might be able to ward jump and get out of it, so yeah, that's why I just kind of said screw that. And actually, shit, I think I might have backed a little too soon. Yep, I backed a little too soon. That's my bad. If I waited another 100 gold, I would have had Void Staff, but it's alright. And if you notice, I got the blue enchant because Flash is just such a strong spell on Morgana. Like, Flash is such an awesome fucking spell on Morgana. Okay, so right there, guys, when they're grouped up like that, you just freaking flash ult. You just freaking flash ult, and you just wreck them. Easy. Alright, we need to get some objectives. Like, these guys are just like farming and shit. I don't know. Every time you win a team fight, guys, always be looking for objectives. Like, these guys are backing and shit. Like, nah. That's bad. Okay, like, I'm gonna get this turret anyway in this case, but still. That was kind of a stupid Q by me because, like, I put my shield on myself, make sure he can't kick me away. And like I was saying earlier, put a ward right there. They're gonna scan it or whatever anyway, but yeah, you want to try and establish vision like in mid lane as well as in the surrounding jungle areas. I should probably put my pink down, speaking of that. So we can get Dragon, like, see this Wukong is just like going to Grump, and Dragon's about to be contested. I don't understand that. You see, these guys, they're not bad or anything, like not trying to talk shit about them or whatever, but it's just, they don't really have a playing for objectives mentality. You know what I mean? Like, that's, if you really want to succeed in this game, you gotta have a playing for objectives mentality, not a going for kills, Call of Duty style mentality, or like, you gotta pay attention to like dragons and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I was hoping I wouldn't have to Q there, but he had too many shields and crap, so I had to Q to finish him. Oops. That was bad. Another one of those cases where the dude's really literally right next to you. That ignite though. That was good, he's probably dead. Good shit. I'm missing so many Qs, I look like shit right now. Oh well. It just goes to show you too, like, you don't really have to land all of them too. Like, I've missed so many crucial ones, and we're still wrecking, so, and I'm still wrecking. So you don't really have to play perfect to, like, get to gold or get to plat, you know? Yeah, that was good, but I don't really have ult or anything to like, just jump on him and kill him. So yeah, always remember, guys, always have the mentality of, like, what objectives can we get? Like, right now, I'm thinking about Baron. There's 2 bot. We can't really get it because, like, Olaf is dead, but I'm thinking about it. You know, you always want to be thinking about, like, can we get Baron now? Can we get Dragon now? Can we get a turret? Can we steal buffs? Can we establish vision? You want to, like, keep... you want to keep establishing vision. Keep moving, like, your vision line forward, in a sense. That's how you kind of close out a game. I mean, we've been ahead the entire time. So we just got to keep pressuring. So right now, I'm going to go for Death Cap, because Death Cap is just freaking OP. I'm going to sell that pink. So unfortunately, I won't be able to lay down that much vision, but I think it's worth it for Blasting Wand, because 40 AP is pretty good. And yeah, so we just need a group, really. Like, these guys just kind of randomly getting caught out every now and then. No reason for that. I tried to shoot him, but I couldn't. That was a really wasted ult, especially because, like, Morgana has spell vamp and shit. Okay, we really gotta get vision in this thing right here. But yeah, Morgana has spell vamp, so even this HP I'm missing right now, if I can actually hit somebody or some minions, like, I can get almost all of it back. Okay. That's alright though. Okay, so right there I Q'd first right before I actually ulted. And the reason that I Q'd first, guys, is because sometimes you want to get as much of your combo off as possible. I thought I might die there. And so I was just trying to get, like, if you can Q first, then ult, and then by the time you ult, if you got some CDR, your Q should be pretty much up and you can get it again. So it's pretty much more DPS if you can, like, do, like, Q and W before you ult zone this. It's more DPS, but you can't always do that. You don't always have the time to do that, but in that case I snuck in that little Q, did some extra damage, and now we can just take an inhib very easily. I mean, like, okay, and then always ping your team away from overstaying. I mean, they're basically all up, except for, like, Lulu, and, you know, I just use my ult. Most of us just use our ults and stuff, so it's kind of a bad idea to stay. And I'm just going to drop a ward in mid like I was talking about earlier. I'm going to try to reach that farm. I don't know if I can even reach it in time. But if I could reach it, it would be good, because I would probably have my death cap off that farm right there. So yeah. Yeah, and once I get death cap, because I see, like, Lee Sin's kind of tanky, what else? Like, Lulu's kind of tanky, or whoever she ults becomes tanky and whatnot. I kind of want to get a Leandries, and a Leandries is good. A lot of people were asking me, like, why don't you build Rod of Ages and stuff? Well, I don't build Rod of Ages because I feel like I don't really need the HP that much. Like, when I'm going mid, if I go Morgana top, I do build it. Yeah, it looks like they caught some people out, so that's good. We can just Baron right off of that. I don't know why these guys are backing. We can just easily fucking Baron. I mean, especially since I'm going to be there in a few seconds and stuff. They might shut down Ezra, but I don't know. And while we're doing this fighting, their base is pretty much dying, so that's cool. I'm not really going to chase this karma. There's no point. We can't really go and push to end because Lee's up in like 5 seconds, but that turret probably is going to die. So that's totally worth it. We can't take Baron because we're like too low. Too many of our guys are dead. But yeah, so I'm just going to pick up this farm. No reason to let him get a free turret, right? And I definitely have my death cap off of that. So yeah, and as you can see, I mean, even though Yasuo is pretty strong and stuff, Morgana is also extremely strong in team fights. Like, as you can see in these past couple team fights, I've been having a pretty big impact. And so even though Yasuo's fed and he's been having a big impact as well, I think Morg's can be even better with her ultimate, if you use it right. So now, like I said, I'm going to go Liandry's because like I was saying earlier, I don't really like ROA that much because you have to rush it first, which means you can't rush Zhonya's because if you don't rush ROA first, it becomes more inefficient to get it because it won't be fully charged as fast. And so I don't get that, but I do like the HP of Liandry's. Like if you want HP, I think just go Liandry's because it gives you penetration, especially if they got like tanks on their team. Like you'll be taking a big chunk. Even if your Q hits a tank, you'll be taking a pretty big chunk out of that tank. And so, yeah, you know. So, we shouldn't go mid. Actually, I don't even know why I'm mid. We should be going bot or top. We should be going top because there's a huge wave right there. I guess they want dragon, but third drag isn't really that important. So if you already have mid, like I'm trying to tell these guys, if we have mid, let's get top because there's a wave. Like, see, everybody always just wants to keep fighting in mid. I mean, we could. I mean, in this case, that's not that bad of a strategy because we actually are like 18 kills ahead and we can probably win the fight. But, I mean, generally speaking, you really don't want to... I gotta flash out of that because, like, I just fucked. I'm not sure what that Lee was thinking right there, but I mean... he's gonna get a penta. I don't know if that Yasuo is still there though, but I'm gonna focus on the turret. In most cases, I wouldn't say chase him, but I mean, like, I understand he wants a penta and shit. But yeah, we should be focusing this tower right now. And I don't know why they took so long to come top. I guess it's funny, like, once the kills were there, once the enemies were there to get kills off of, then they came top. But before that, to get the objective, they weren't listening to me, you know? And I mean, now they're getting Baron, which is alright. Actually, I might die here, but who cares? Really doesn't matter. Plus, they surrendered, so... Alright then. GG, guys. Hopefully this video helped some of you out. And, yeah, don't get overconfident. Rush that cloth armor. Don't be like me. Just rush that cloth armor. Be safe. And then once you get level 6, you can just destroy them and then help your team in team fights. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys in my next video.